Big up, everybody! Happy Friday!
Happy Friday indeed.
It's a happy Friday. Big up. Shout out to everybody that's here already. Big up, Susie. What an amazing result. Big up, Macy. Very, very kind comment. Thank you, Macy. Sophia, how's it going?
Sis, as I talked about off camera, after yesterday's win, I'm doing just all right.
Yes.
I'm doing all right. And I've been excited to talk to you and the rest of the people about this particular game.
Yes.
Still unbeaten, people. Still unbeaten.
I know. It's actually crazy. So I don't know how you felt, but I was very nervous going into the match, but I was so nervous because I felt like we have to get a draw. I was like, we have to get a draw. Like, that's the best worst case scenario. If we get a draw, or maybe if we go down 1-0, that still gives us a chance to, advance on the home leg.
Yep. Yes.
And then it went crazy in the first half. I don't even know what to say. What was your reaction when all this was going on?
I was like, what is happening? It was because I felt the same way as you did. I was saying, okay, before the game started, I said, I'll take a draw. Right now, I'll take a draw.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even going to make a fuss about it. I'll take a draw, run with it, and leave it all to be played at Old Trafford, was my initial thought. But then the game ended up being a really weird game, because I did not expect it to go the way it did. But I'm happy. I really am happy. I mean, 3-0 away at Bilbao. They have the best defense in La Liga, especially at home. They're fourth in the league. They've been a good side this season. I was thinking the final is going to be played at their ground. They would want to do all in their power to make sure that they're there. That they could just be like, okay, we can wake up. We're right here. It's home. We don't have to travel anywhere. We're here, right? So, but then Casemiro scores that goal, and first and foremost,
talk it. Tell him.
Freaking no. Lamine Maguire. Lamine Maguire. Sis, I don't know about you. I'm telling you right now. Okay, when I saw that, I didn't know that was Maguire initially. I thought it was Bruno.
Yeah.
I swear to you, the camera pinpoint. The camera wasn't closed up. It looked like it was. I thought it was Bruno on that side. Yeah. I was like, oh, okay. Wow, what a cross. Oh, okay. Whoa, and then we scored. And then the camera pinpoint, obviously, they showed a replay. Maguire did a little chinky majinky, a little shimmy shimmy, put somebody on their bottom, on the bum. Maguire. First and foremost, what is he doing up there?
Right.
Number one. Number two, what are you doing on the wing?
Right.
You're doing that, and you put in a perfect cross to an Ugarte, and then Ugarte to Casemiro. I said, what is going on? That, to me, I kept watching the whenever somebody posted on Twitter, I was like, I can't skip. I have to watch. I have to watch it again. I don't think people are deeping what happened. All of that led to us scoring a goal, which makes it even better, right? But that skill from Maguire, I never knew he had it in him. Never.
Honestly, I don't even know if he knew he had that in it.
Yeah, maybe he didn't. Maybe, you know what? Maybe he didn't know either. Oh my God.
Just to relive that back. So clearly, I mean, the fact that first of all, whoever this player is, like, do better. But to let Harry Maguire get in front of you and then be able to switch his leg like that. Ooh, and then that's stunning. Are you kidding me?
I don't think people understand how good that is. Just please.
Get them turned around. sets himself up for the cross. Boom! Look at that. Ugarte. Boom!
Guys,
That's stunning. Sorry.
wingers, actual wingers that can't do that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm being
Big up
very
Zach.
honest and real. There's actual wingers right now in today's game that cannot do what Maguire did
Yeah.
in that instance.
I mean, our wingers.
It was
Oops. Oops.
wonderful. Oh, sorry. It was incredible.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. Oh,
And I
that
think
was so
too,
good.
and big up to everyone in the chat for joining. Big up Sai, big up Jordan, big up
Big up.
Munch. Good to see you, Mustafa. Good to see you, Tabo. I think too. I think the timing of that goal too was important because, and you commented
Mhm.
on this on Twitter during the game, but we were getting absolutely demolished in that midfield. Like
Yeah.
it was when that game started, and I saw the way that we were losing the ball
Mhm.
so easily, and just not being able to keep possession, and the way our midfield was struggling so much to keep up with theirs. I
Yeah.
was like, oh my god, this is going to be a long game because Ugarte, he didn't start the game very well. Now, there were moments, obviously like that where he would do something really good, but he struggled.
Yeah.
He struggled
He
yesterday.
did. Yeah.
Um, and to see us be able to have those moments where we were struggling, but then be able to,
Mhm.
turn around and score a goal like that, I was shocked. I was like, oh my god, because I didn't see that one
Me
coming
too.
personally. I
I
didn't.
didn't. I didn't.
Yeah,
No. Yeah, guard with 2 assists. Big up to him. Hey, big up Casper. Big up. Yeah, I mean, nah, that it, at the time when that goal came, we were obviously really struggling in the first, 20-ish,
mhm,
25 minutes. So that goal was very important to get, and I'm happy that we got it.
yeah,
Um, and especially in the matter that we did, it was a very nice like team goal.
right.
A player just like, okay, obviously that moment of brilliance from Maguire, but then Garite to Casemiro. It was nice. All was kind of like set up nicely, right?
And I honestly
And
think it helped
then
the team
yeah,
like relax, like
yeah,
okay,
yeah, of course. Yeah,
because then they started playing a little bit better, and then we obviously get the opportunity from Hoyland, which I wanted to ask you about.
yes, yes,
And
yeah. That
is that a
to
red card to
me
you?
definitely was. I'm not gonna. Okay, so I definitely believe that was a penalty, 100%. And I
Yeah,
felt like they were taking a long time just to kind of figure out, is it a penalty or is it not a penalty?
right.
I often feel like in those types of situations, are y'all trying your best not to give us, decisions to our favor? I don't know.
Mhm.
I'm not trying to say there's an agenda, so I just feel sometimes like, just give it. We know.
Yeah,
Come on, you
yeah,
can't pull somebody back like that and
right.
not literally. Even though we know how Hayden has been with not scoring, enough goals and um,
Yeah.
messing up certain opportunities in that particular situation, I'm pretty sure he would have probably scored that goal. That was a tap in,
Oh.
100%. I think he would have scored it. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna. I think he would have scored that.
yeah,
If it wasn't for the way the guy was pulled, the Vivian guy pulled him back, I think he would have scored that. So
yeah,
he denied him a goal scoring opportunity. Do I think it was a red card? I'm not gonna lie, I was shocked. I just expected a penalty. I think the red card was a bit shocked. Am I gonna sit here and be and act like I'm not happy that he got a red card? I'm happy. Thank you. That helped
yeah,
us out a lot. But I can't sit there and say that I wasn't shocked because I was like, what? When I
yeah.
saw the red card, I think,
Well, I think
he was
because
like,
in league
whoa.
play, if you get the penalty, you just get a yellow. Like, I don't think you get a red. But I think
Mhm,
they don't have that rule in Europe, so he gets the red because
mhm.
I guess it's in the box, or I'm not really sure, but normally you wouldn't get the red and the penalty. Like it's
Mhm.
if you got the
Yeah, it's
penalty.
like often it's like one or the other,
Yeah,
you know?
unless it's something
But
crazy.
but that definitely helped us out a lot with getting that. And when Bruno ice cold penalty, big up to him. When he did that, I was thinking, okay, now that's when initially my whole thought process just switched. I was like, no,
Yeah,
forget a draw. Now I want to
yeah,
win.
yeah,
I don't want to win. Like you can be like, okay, prior to the game or as the game goes, you'll be like, okay, we take a draw, yada yada yada. But when
mhm,
there's new information, okay, meaning somebody got themselves sent off. the game obviously should be then switched off to be something else. And I then expected us to win, which I'm happy that we did. We got ourselves a couple of goals. I really wish we could have scored more goals, but at the same time, I'm glad that I'll take the 3-0, of course, 100%, and
Yeah,
also a clean sheet.
I
You
know.
know, I would have been mad if we would have, okay, let's say we would have gone all guns blazing, and then we would have ended up conceding a couple goals and led them back into it, especially with that fan base, because when it was 2-0 down, they were frustrated. The
Oh, yeah.
whole stadium, they were frustrated because we were holding the ball. We were kind of going sideways, trying to like frustrate them, and they took the bait.
I mean,
The
they
amount
were
of
shell-shocked.
fouls they were given, they took the bait,
Well, I think
100%.
too, this team in La Liga is one of the best teams defensively. They don't concede goals
Yes,
and they
yes,
don't lose at home. So
I know.
for
That's why I was shocked. And
yeah,
we tend to struggle
I
against
know.
Spanish sides in Europe.
Yeah.
We struggle. But like so far this season, we kind of showed up. Real Sociedad, we showed up.
Mhm. I mean, is it us showing up or is it those teams falling apart? I don't know.
Nah, I think it can be. I think two things can be true though.
Yeah.
I think okay, yep, they could be falling apart, but we took advantage. There's no just because there are 10 men down doesn't mean we are expected to score goals. Yes, in in actuality we should be, but we know with this entire season and for a while we're not a clinical team.
Yeah.
But to be fair, in Europe we've been quite. Europe, it's a bit mad the way we've been. When you really think about it, the way we've been doing in Europe doesn't look like a team that's 14 in their respective
No.
league. It doesn't. When you
Yeah.
really think about it, just like result wise and like the how we're kind of, it's mad. It's really we have no place, no business of we shouldn't be here,
Yeah. I think
but
this
we're
is
here.
too because
Yeah.
they had chances, right? I feel like they had
Yes.
opportunities to score, but Onana did
Yes.
make some good saves.
Yep.
And, I feel like we were able to kind of recover defensively sometimes. I think Euro was
Yeah.
key. I will never understand why we started Lindelof. I think he definitely uh,
Mm.
he was a I don't know, maybe more of a he just made some mistakes that almost cost us some things, but
But also he made one big like
yeah.
off the line save as well, like block. I
Yeah.
think he grew into the game. And the same was like I felt like Casemiro was struggling a little bit the
Yeah.
first 20 minutes, but then he ended up being a lot of people's man of the match,
Yeah, no,
you know? So
absolutely,
it's
yeah.
like I do
Bilbao
think
rocks.
the game could have been Bilbao Rob. That's a madness. What are we talking about? Casemiro's bad. Yes, that is a good point.
He did
Casemiro's
hit
bad.
post, I
He
remember
just
that,
knows.
yeah,
He
yeah,
knows. Casemiro just knows. Come on. You can't be winning multiple Champions League, multiple,
he was.
Premier League, La Ligas, and all of that, trophies for Real Madrid and not be good.
Yeah,
Of course, they got some, here and there, like there aren't like the creme de la creme, but often sometimes people be acting like, okay, he was just kind of dragged on by Modric and Cruz. No, he was good as well. What are we doing
mhm,
here? Put some respect on Casemiro's name.
mhm.
Seriously.
And
That was
and
bad.
and this is the point too, Richard. This is where
Yeah, the
you
experience, yeah.
can't buy you can't really buy. I mean, you can technically, but that experience is something that is so important when you get in
Mhm.
situations and moments like this that are just you can't get any better than that, right? Because
Mm,
um they have the composure. I thought Bruno even was very composed at some points throughout the
yeah.
game
Hey?
that kind of helped us like relax,
Yes.
And Casemiro, oh my
100%.
gosh, there were so many moments where he would like just get the ball back in the midfield when they were like on the attack or pass the ball forward or something like negative would happen for us, and then it felt like Casemiro like immediately stopped it sometimes. Like he was just always right
Yeah.
there. And
He's
it was just like
God, I
I
love
don't
that
know.
man.
It was so good to see from him.
And it's also just so interesting. Like, this guy wasn't really rated that much by Amarim initially when Amarim came in. And
Yeah,
he also
that's
said,
true.
like, Amarim, I believe, maybe said this as well recently. Like, okay, you know, You can prove me wrong. Like there's nothing. Okay, I wasn't using him, and this is me just paraphrasing. But
Yeah.
initially, it was kind of like saying something in the realms of, you can't change my mind.
Right.
I'm always open for somebody to change my mind, and that's
Right.
exactly what Casemiro's done.
Yeah.
That's why he's playing so many games,
Mhm.
and he's
Mhm.
been doing well.
Yeah.
Like the last game, wasn't too well, but a lot of us were struggling against Bournemouth, so I'm not gonna fault
Yeah.
him entirely for that. But overall, the last few, several games now, and like the Lyon game, exceptional.
Yeah.
This game, he shows up again. Nah, guys, nah, he's not finished. I'm sorry,
Right.
he's not finished.
And I
He's not.
think that's somebody you want, like, even if he doesn't start, like a Modric, Luka Modric, right? Like, you don't have to have these players playing a full 90, but to have that on the
Mhm.
bench, to know that, especially in Europe, like the way that he's been performing, I mean,
Mhm.
even in the Prem, like I just don't think you can discredit like the value in that for sure.
Yeah,
Um,
100%.
Chief says one thing I gotta say though, Dorgu ain't fit enough. Bro needs to get built like Kobe.
I
What do you
I
feel about
felt
this?
like Dorgu also was struggling at the beginning. I'm not gonna lie.
Our
There's
whole
some
team was struggling. Let's just keep it 100.
exactly. Yeah, I agree with you. Yep, I think that's well said. The thing is, though, I felt like when he instantly later
Big
on
up,
in second half was moved on to that right wing back.
big up to
Why
you.
does his crosses instantly come better? I feel like
Yeah,
he crosses better. I don't think like he overthinks it too much. On the left, it's a bit too like,
yeah,
it's not really sitting like that. But on the right,
yeah.
also Masraoui,
Oh my gosh. And then,
that's my guy
guys,
for that.
guys,
That.
guys,
Thank you.
when he came on the pitch, immediately the technical like prowess just
Sis,
shined.
sis,
The way he was cooking on that wing. Stop it. Stop it.
sis, sis.
Night
When
and
he came
day.
on, he did a little. What did he do? There was one instant where he did a little.
Yes. So
Nothing.
he like did some step overs, but then the ball went like around the defender in the air, and then he kicks his foot up and it goes back around the defender. I was like, what am I watching right
I
now?
said, Ahmad, you better stop. You filthy animal. You better stop. Stop it. Oh, oh Lord.
Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. But big up, we have 20 people here. Hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to Sophia. Her name is in the title. And make sure you're always putting your thoughts and questions in the comment. I am starring things as we go so we can refer back to them. So apologies if we're
I
not
like
like
the video. I like the
addressing
video.
you. Yeah. If we're not addressing you, but I am starring things to make sure we,
Yeah.
answer some questions that you have. But shout out to everybody here. But we're kind of just word vomiting our thoughts. All right, we have the pen, all right, and then that third goal. That third goal. What were your thoughts on that? Big up to you, Daniel. Thank you.
Hey, big up, Daniel. Come on, come on. Thank you. I appreciate it. That third goal, that was let's go. I
Yeah.
uh
I
I
was
was thinking, okay,
I was
go.
out for
You
blood
go.
at that point. I was like, okay, I need another one to make us feel
Oh
even more
yeah.
confident at home.
Because I was, with the 2-0, this I
Yeah.
had PTSD from the Lyon
Yes,
game.
yes.
I had such PTSD. I said I need one more. I need minimum. I tweeted this. I said minimum 3-0.
Because
Minimum.
in the Lyon game, they lost a player too. So I was
See?
like, this means nothing.
See? So I was like, this is what our team has done to us over
Yeah.
the years. We have such PTSD that
Mhm.
I'm 2-0 up. We're 2-0 up against 10 men, and we can't be like comfortable.
Yeah.
We're still biting our nails, still on the edge of our seat, on
Yeah.
our toes.
Yeah.
And I said, I need that third goal. I need that third goal. I
Mhm.
would have loved to be like, okay, 4-5, and say like, I got 5 on. I
I
want to
know.
do, that song is such an iconic song. I wanted to do all of that, but
Yeah.
hey, you take 3-0,
Yeah.
clean sheet. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's
No,
fine.
I would have loved to have scored at least one more too, but honestly, like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna complain.
No,
I did
guys,
not see this coming.
away, Athletic Bilbao has been like favorites for
Yeah.
this Europa League, and we did that to them. No, I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Come on now.
I know.
I'm proud.
And
I'm very happy.
absolutely. And then I'm just hoping like everyone's saying like you don't know this team, like we could like fumble it in at home. I just honestly I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't know why. I feel like to me, this leg was the catalyst. Like this leg would tell me what was gonna happen in terms
Mm,
of us advancing or getting to the final.
yeah.
And being able to see our team do that
Hmm.
then was so it was I just was then was like, okay, we're getting to the final. Like, I'm sorry. I just
Oh yeah. The thing is, if they dare, I'm letting you know right now, and told my brother this yesterday as
yeah,
well. We were watching both, obviously the United game, but we were also watching, both against Spurs.
yeah.
That it's especially here in Norway, like it's lit. A lot of people talk about Buddha, what they're doing, putting Norway on the map. So big up to them.
This is so
Although it's a
true.
look. Oh, this one I will get to that. I saw this come. I just want to quickly. What was this?
That's
You know what?
hilarious.
Forget what I was saying. Mount, leave the club. I'm tired.
Work rate merchant. That's a work rate merchant.
I'm so tired.
All
This guy.
he
I
does
I
is run around.
I'm telling you. How am I? I'm sitting there smiling, minding my own business, being like, "Oh, we're 3-0 up. Let's go, let's go." And I see Mount with a number 7 shirt. Within the first 10 minutes of him being there, he got himself a yellow card. Get him out of
Yeah,
here.
I know, but that's what he
He offers
does.
nothing. He offers. I don't think people understand. I told y'all this guy was overhyped at Chelsea. People said, "Nah, come on, give him a chance. Maybe he can be good." Ten Hag lied to us. Amarim was saying, "Oh, I love this guy. I love this guy." Do you though? Do you though, Amarim? Do you really? I don't know if you do. I'm letting you know but I need to see him go after the season. I need just cut our losses, let him go, and let that number 7 shirt, put it on the shelf, let it rest for a
I
few
think too,
seasons,
I want to ask because I
please.
just wanted to check. I wanted to see when he came on. If you were Kobe Manu, would you be a little bit like side eyeing or like upset that Luke Shaw and Mount get on before you?
Maybe, maybe.
Because I feel like Kobe should have played more, in my opinion. But I
I
don't know.
do want to see Kobe play more. I also am trying to maybe be like, okay, he was injured for a bit,
Yeah.
So I'm thinking maybe this is a way to kind of still ease him in and not overdo it. I don't have an issue with it. But I do think there's also a lot of people saying, we don't know where he fits. Aaron doesn't rate him. And I'm like, no, I think he's going to stay. I think we're going to figure it out with Menu. I think he's still very, very good. So
Yeah.
I haven't given up on figure it out with Meno in this system. I still do think that he can.
Yeah.
And you kind of saw he was just so press resistant, the way he was just kind of holding the ball,
Yeah.
just so easy
Yeah.
when him and Ahmad was there on
Yeah.
the pitch. It's just
And
the
this is
technical level.
I know. And
And
this
you
is a
see
great
Mount.
question because speaking of that, would you start the same 11? I don't think that I would.
No.
Um, I think that I maybe put Kobe with Casemiro instead of starting Ugarte. Maybe.
Yeah, I think I might do that as well. And I will also put Ahmad right wing back. I'll bring him in.
Uh-huh. You started?
Should I start him? Or he's
Are
on the
you
bench?
gonna okay? I guess to get to that point, do you give him minutes versus who do we play on Sunday?
Brentford? Nah, I don't play him against Brentford. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
So yeah, that's
Unless
my
it's like
question.
maybe the last final minutes, maybe. But I
Yeah.
don't really want to.
Yeah.
Because initially I was thinking I didn't see him actually playing yesterday. If he wasn't playing yesterday, then I would have been like, okay, maybe play him for the last few minutes against Brentford.
Yeah.
But since we now have played him, I don't really want to particularly use him for Brentford. I'm saying, like Casper, I'm saying play the kids. I
I
ain't gonna
don't
lie.
think he'll do that though.
Play the kids, sis.
I know I don't want Bruno out there. I don't want Casemiro out there. I don't want like I
I
agree with
know Bruno is this guy who said, what did he say? I'm pretty sure he said something like, yeah, when I die, I can rest then. Like otherwise, I'll play. Like I want to play because like when I die, that's when I can rest as much as I
Yeah.
want to. But until then, I will play because I want to play, and I love that mentality. But it's like sometimes for your own good, please rest.
Yeah.
Please rest.
I would love I don't I want Cheeto needs to play on Sunday. Like
Yes, yes,
he has people he can play Sunday. All right. Just
yeah,
play them versus Brentford. It'll be fine. Um,
yeah.
we'll
But
see.
you have like we need to remember it's this game here on Thursday, and then it's one more that final. If we get there, that final, two more games.
I know.
I don't want to. I don't give a damn about the other Premier League games at this point. I don't care. I
I
really
know.
don't. We ain't
That
getting
game is
relegated.
on.
Of course, it sucks losing and all of that, guys. What I felt with this Europa League now, with some of these games, I want to win that. I want to get into Champions League. I want to get that money
Yeah. Oh yeah.
and buy
We need the
players.
money. I'm just scared to get embarrassed, but we definitely need the money.
Yeah. I'm letting you know. I don't want to hear the I don't want to hear. I want to hear that job. I want to hear that. Oh,
So, seeing as if we should make it through, you saw Spurs won 3-1 versus Bodo
yeah,
Glimt.
yeah.
How are you feeling if we end up playing Spurs?
The thing is, though, they have our number.
I know. That's
This
what
is
makes me so
that's the
nervous.
only thing, and I'm saying I'm gonna hide if we dare giving Spurs a trophy. A trophy. If we dare doing that, I will hide. I will leave, and nobody will hear from me for a while until we start the next season. I'm letting you know right now. There's no way. I gotta hide. I
Yeah.
can't be here. Nah, I'm not gonna lie. I would be a little bit concerned, but also there's something. The thing is, though, it's that heritage, you know.
It's the history of the Tottenham.
It's that, but it's also the history of you
Yeah.
can't. We do that against Leon.
Yeah.
Come on.
I know.
And it's also players that's already won back-to-back trophies as well. You know?
Yeah.
That also do help,
Yeah.
in my opinion. That do help. You know?
I
Already
don't.
being
This is a
able
good question.
was worse losing Spurs in the final, losing to Bodo Glimt. Oh my god.
It's worse. They're both bad for reasons, right? Bodo Glimt, like, absolutely not. Like they are just. They're not even at our level. Like, there's no reason why we should lose to them. Spurs, I just refuse to give them. You know how much we would get trolled? You gave Spurs a trophy. How dare you? And I couldn't even like be angry at that.
I ain't gonna lie, I think that might be a bit worse.
Which one? Spurs?
Losing to Spurs, because let's say we end up losing to Bull. It's like both us and Spurs are not alone of getting cooked.
Yeah.
But if we lose to Spurs, we're gonna be the only ones getting cooked.
I know.
You know
People
what I'm
would
saying?
talk about us losing more than Spurs getting a trophy.
Yes. That's why I think that's worse.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking with Bull, that's still horrible. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
And especially me living in Norway, we're not gonna hear the end of it.
Absolutely not. Bart, are you on crack?
The thing with Bart is a Liverpool fan, really trolls, and I just let him troll, but don't take him seriously. He just wants to kind of, troll.
Yeah, no, it was music to my ears, and just like to see all those fans just completely shocked about what happened yesterday. Like,
Yeah,
didn't know what to say. They were frozen, looking like this.
there's 2 more kisses, 2 more games.
I know.
2 more games.
I know.
I beg we do this. I really.
And if we do this and Arsenal lose the Champions League,
I'm injecting it.
I will be so shameless. I will be so shameless.
I will be entirely. I already had a bet with 2 of the kids at work. There's 2 Arsenal fans, basically 3rd graders. So they have to wear Man United kits to work on
Absolutely
Monday
not.
because they were saying So everybody calls me Sophie. So they're saying, Sophie, if Arsenal wins the league, then you have to wear an Arsenal kit. I said, okay. But I said, if Arsenal doesn't win the league, then you guys got to wear a Man United kit. They said, okay. Here they are. Who's got to wear a Man United kit on Monday? It's the two children. It ain't me.
I love
So
that.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait.
Don't
That's
Spurs
why I'm
fans
saying I'm
ever.
going to be shameless
Oh yeah.
if they dare lose. And
After we've had
listen,
two of our worst seasons in Premier League history, and we still find a way to get two
yeah,
trophies out of that.
they ain't ready
Are
for
you mad?
they are not ready for our shamelessness. And these,
You
like,
haven't seen anything.
that episode, imagine this show, the episode after that aftermath. Are you?
You're not ready.
We need to wear shades then. We need to do side.
Yes.
We need to something. If we're not trying to mess with the football gods or anything like that. We're just it. Hopefully.
Don't Spurs fans deserve glory and happiness? If you, in a conscious state of mind, will choose Tottenham over any other team, no, you don't deserve anything. I'm sorry.
The thing is, I'm not gonna lie, I don't have a Spurs. I really wanted y'all to win that Champions League against Liverpool.
Yeah.
But you decided to give away that pen. I said, Khalas, y'all ain't serious. It's over. I said, you're not serious. I said, no. I wanted y'all. I was rooting for you. I was ready. That is one of the that is the worst final I've seen in my life.
Yeah.
Because I was dead after just a few minutes. And I'm saying, because Dark Crow is saying, don't you want what was the question? What was the question again? That was, don't Spurs fans deserve glory and happiness over us? Why should I give away my happiness for Spurs?
Yeah. Sorry.
If that was against Arsenal, okay. But I want the trophy. So no.
And again,
I'm not sacrificing my happiness. No.
If you're going to choose Spurs over any other club, like Chelsea or Arsenal or Liverpool, like teams that have done things, and you still choose Spurs. Now, listen, some people, they're born into it. They don't really have a choice, right? But if you're actively like, I'm going to choose Spurs, I have no sympathy for you. Sorry. Like, I just, no, in my right mind, I would never choose that pain. Are you mad?
That's mad.
If United wins the Europa League, would you say that they had a better season than Man City? It depends. Maybe if they win the FA Cup, right?
I hope Palace win. I beg you, Palace.
That would be crazy.
I beg you, Palace. Imagine they're winning their first trophy. That would be insane. Thing is, though, we're not going to sit there and sugarcoat the fact that we've had a horrible season.
No,
this will not. We're not going to paper. It will just be a nice ending to a really bad season.
Yeah,
that's what that will be. It'll be like a little bit of hope, and hopefully use that money wisely. Get some proper players in. Get rid of a lot of the non-good players, and move into next season.
Yep.
I think.
Exactly. Yes, if you win the Europa League, we've had a better season than City. I don't know. We're still going to Champions League at that point. I feel like it's just, it's irrelevant at that point to me. Now, Arsenal, they can hold that, but
I still do want City to lose, though. Don't get twisted.
But I think Nottingham Forest messed that up yesterday.
Dang it! I'm saying as long as they lose that FA Cup, I'm happy, man.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
I don't think they can get knocked out, but don't they play Wolves today?
Yeah, they do in about 20 minutes.
Yeah. So that, depending on how that game goes, but Forest dropped to 6 because they lost yesterday, which made me so upset.
Forest.
I know, but I know. I was upset about it myself. But Newcastle's 3rd now, City's 4th, and then Chelsea's 5th, Forest is 6th. So, but the point spread is so close. It's so close. So it's still a horrible season. I wouldn't say it's horrible. It's
It's a
I
bad
don't know.
season.
Because if you win a trophy, you can't call your season horrible. Sorry. Like you got a trophy. So which is the aim of what we're trying to do. Now I'm not saying
Mm,
that like I'm okay with where we are as a football club because we have a lot of work to do.
maybe like a poor season for
Yeah,
what we
like
would have expected. A poor season still,
right,
but regardless, you just move and hopefully you make next season better.
right.
You know,
Got it.
mm.
16s, yeah, 6 teams are in the UCL.
Imagine that.
Crazy.
That would be wow. And then there will only be one team in the Europa League. Yeah.
Sorry, I got a message.
No, no, go ahead.
Okay.
Get the likes up, by the way, people. Make sure you do that.
Yes. Should Amram leave after winning in Bilbao? No.
No.
No, I don't think so.
Are we saying
Yeah.
he should leave after he wins? There's definitely some people that probably thinks that way, but I'm saying no.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying keep him.
I agree. We haven't had a remontada in Europe yet. Maybe it's what do you mean? Did we not have one versus Lyon, or does that not count?
Wait. Oh, what did we haven't had the definition of remontada is literally if you put that in the dictionary, you will have a picture of Man United's game against Lyon.
I know.
Are we even rival fans are saying that is one of the best games ever
Yeah.
in terms of like, whoa, it had everything. And
Yeah.
we're saying that's not a remontada, then I don't know what remontada is.
If Emma wins the Europa League and Inzaghi the UCL, do you think that more teams will start playing 3 at the back?
I don't think that will change.
No,
I don't think so.
because it's not like we do it well yet. So
We'll try to, obviously fine tune it and make it better. Oh, I would love United and Inter to win. Oh, I'm feasting them.
girl, you would be going crazy.
And also, like United ladies win an FA Cup, that would be incredible.
I know it would. So we're going into Brentford on Sunday. I know Premier League like doesn't technically count. Where I was actually going to get into this. Like, what's your prediction for Sunday, and then also for Thursday, since we won't talk till after that game. And then we kind of addressed this, but would you want Cheeto to start on Sunday?
We need him to start. We need him to start. I'll be annoyed if he doesn't start. We need him to start.
Yeah.
He had some chance when he came in last game against Bournemouth. I'm saying let him start.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
When it comes to like the prediction, I think I'm so like checked out with that game. I really am, but Brentford also won yesterday against Forest. Very comfortably as well. I didn't watch the game, but I heard they won very comfortably.
Yeah. They did.
I think they'll win 2-1, maybe. I'm not even gonna lie. I think they're winning that. Maybe.
Brentford?
You know what? No, I don't want to predict. You know what? I'll say 2-2.
2-2.
I don't believe it though. They probably win. I'll say 2-2.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna go. Considering how we played Bournemouth, I'm not too confident. I may go like 2-1, like we lose or something like.
Yeah, I'm not confident.
Something like
whatsoever.
Whatever. We're just trying to get through to Thursday, kind of thing. What? Well, here is what I can guarantee. All the young United fans out there, we won't be waiting 30 years to lift our next league title. I hope so. I'll be 60 at that point. I'm not trying to,
Oh my God. We're not trying to, we might have grandkids by then. Lord. Yo.
Crazy. And then Thursday. What's your score prediction for Thursday?
Dang. I'm gonna say we're gonna be at home. I'll say 2-1.
For us?
Yeah. 2-1.
I could see that.
Could be 3-1, but I'll say
I'd be
2-1.
happy with that.
Yeah.
Honestly, even if it was 0-0, all right?
As long as the thing is though, as long as we don't lose, we shall be okay.
Right.
Give me 1 second. I just need to open the door, but you just continue. I
No
can hear you,
worries.
by the way.
Okay. I think too, like, as long as we don't let them score immediately, like that was the concern, right? For Arsenal when they played Real Madrid is to make sure that Real Madrid didn't score very quickly in their match back at the Bernabeu, which they didn't do. So I think if we kind of can go into the match with that mentality, like making sure we just stay calm, don't let Bilbao score early, I think we'll be fine. So even if like it's a 0-0 draw or 1-0 Bilbao or something like that, I'm okay with that. I don't want them getting goals immediately.
Exactly.
That
As
would
long
bum me
as
out.
we don't lose, we should be okay. You know?
Mhm. Exactly.
Yeah.
That is the hope and the dream, and then we'll be back here next week going into the final, and it would be crazy.
Oh my God.
It would be I don't even know how to explain, guys, because like even last year, we were so bad, and that match versus Coventry City put a bad taste in my mouth because I genuinely felt like low key we didn't deserve to win that game. I know like that sounds crazy, but I don't know. I just kind of felt like we got away with murder that game, and then Anthony was acting
Yeah.
so stupid, and I was like, okay, we got to the final. It is what it is. But I didn't think we were going to beat City because just the way the
Yeah.
season was going, and then I'll never forget. Like, was it Kobe? I think who scored, and I think maybe Garnacho scored as well. I think I can't really remember, but
Mm.
and then it's being Varane's last game. It was just I can't
There were
put
so
into
many
words.
emotions.
I know.
Wow.
After such a horrible season, to have a final and get a trophy,
Yeah.
it makes it somewhat worth it, but it still is like, oh my God, we're so bad. How did we get here?
I know. How did we get here?
And then I understand why people hate us because how can we be 14th in our league with the negative goal difference, just in our worst form I think we've been in years, and still find a way to find ourselves potentially getting a Europa League trophy?
And by being almost like unbeaten as well? What are we
We
doing?
are unbeaten. That's what's crazy.
This is it's insane.
I always forget we're undefeated in Europe, which is insane.
Undefeated. People deep that undefeated.
I don't
It's mad.
understand.
I almost feel like it's with like you. No. Then I'm like, come on, go ahead and win it by being undefeated, please. In our worst ever season, it's so like us to do it as well.
Yes, it is.
I pray we do it.
I would agree.
So bad.
And the reason why I agree with Bart here, he says, irrespective of the alleged impending UEL success, there are holes in the squad.
Of course.
And I've never felt so exposed until I watched that Barcelona Milan game.
Oh,
and I was like, we're so bad. Oh my God. Like that game was so good. Those teams were so good.
I know.
Oh my God, are you stupid? Like the way that they were passing and reading, and I was just like, this is why we watch football.
Exactly. You see, like, with Dumfries as well, like he scored a break, he could have scored a hat trick. That's a wing back you need.
Yes, yeah.
That's so integral to the way you play.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have that. We want to get there, but this is why, like I'm telling y'all, make sure he gets that Amarim, and then we can talk.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was then that I knew, yeah, we have a lot of work to do. And we have players that can help get us there, but we have a lot of players that are not good enough. So
I know.
Who's been the best player in the Premier League this season?
In the Premier League? Wait, are you saying like Bart, are you saying like for all teams or are you saying for us? Like what are you saying? What's the question?
Yeah, pick up Ronnie. We can't either. We've been talking about it for almost an hour.
Yeah,
We don't know what
that was
happened either.
Bruno Fernandes. Not
For
for all
us?
teams. For all teams, it has to be Salah.
Yeah, I was gonna go Salah. I think for every team.
Yeah,
For us,
for us, it probably might be Bruno. To be fair, I think Bruno, some Egyptian penalty merge is similar to Bruno, but different. That's mad. I can't disrespect. I can't do it. I wish I could. For a long time, the disrespect that I had for Salah, after like I think 2 years ago, I was like, I can't. I gotta stop. I gotta
Yeah.
stop. I gotta admit, it's too good.
Never heard of him.
Who never heard of him? Never heard of him as well. Egyptian. I thought it was from Guatemala.
Overall for United, it's Bruno. He's been responsible for 45% of your 38 goals. 38 goals, It's crazy.
38 goals.
So many.
He himself has like 37 GA in all comps. Just him himself.
Yeah, it's crazy. We will be better, guys. We'll see what the summer has in store, and we'll see what happens. I know some Chelsea fans are hoping Liverpool will be hung over. Oh, because Chelsea play Liverpool Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday.
Yeah, which will be a fun one.
I think so too. Guess.
Bigger fish to fry. Less goals than WrestleMania. Stop it, Casper. Yes. Oh, yes. We will be watching Cunha
Yes.
play Man
I hope he
City.
does something.
That'll be fun. That'll be fun. Yeah, summer's gonna go
Cunha.
crazy. We hope. But
Yeah, I
Sophia,
think this transfer window is going to be good.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I
Hopefully
think
good for us though.
yeah. I hope we sell some people, get some money. Anthony's still cooking, so he's raising up that price tag. We love to see it.
Rise up that price, baby.
Yeah, and hopefully, we get the money we need.
Yeah. I'm saying people were saying like no more 20. People say like 40. I'm saying put it up.
Mm-hmm.
Give us 60. I don't care.
Yeah.
Why not? Why can't we do that? Why not?
We can. We should.
Now.
We should.
We should. I'm sorry. I'm so sick and tired of us having to undersell our players. Let's hype them up. We gotta stop putting our players down.
Yeah,
Especially
I gotta go.
Okay.
Go ahead and keep talking.
Okay, especially the players that we want to sell, we have to stop undervaluing them. Value them. Make sure you get the money. But obviously, we're not getting anywhere near the money that we pay for him. But I'm saying, if we can get a like 60 at this point, have bidding war. Real Betis, you want to keep him? Pay up. They were saying they would want another loan. Now I'm saying, hell no. Pay up. And he's very, sitting there very nicely, enjoying himself, enjoying life in Real Betis, and rightfully so. He's done well. They love him. The fans, the players, the coach, everybody loves him. And I get it. Match made in heaven. Good loan, actually. Worked out very well. But I'm saying, give me my money. Just give me my money. Is what I'm saying. And I hear it, Casper, you're saying Betis won't even be able to pay 30 million for him. That's why you don't give him to a Betis. You then give him to the highest bidder. If there's some Italian clubs that want him, if there's some Bundesliga club that wants him, if there's some other Premier League clubs that want him, pay up. That's all. That's all. Would you sell Copy if it brings you big bucks? Hell no. No. I will sell Garnacho 100%. I ain't selling Mano. Mano, I love. Guys, I got Mano on the back of this training kit. That's how much I love Mano. Okay? I love that kid. So no. Do not sell him. You sell a Garnacho, not a Mano. It's that simple. It's that simple, literally. I see Canacho leaving more than Manu, says Ronnie. Yep. What's Manu's best position on the Emery? That is what we're trying to figure out. I still do think it's more of a 10, to be fair. But yeah, just don't let him play as a striker ever again, because that's not cute. Celonana, Chief says, yep, definitely Celonana. He has to go. Bring in a proper goalkeeper. Cubby and Ahmad probably the next stars from the academy. Ahmad is not from the academy, by the way. We actually bought him, so Cubby already has been like he's gotten his come up, so you know. But I hear what you're saying, though, Everest. I hear it. I think more so like the next one coming up is like I think Cheeto soon. Maybe not this season, but next season I think that could be Cheeto season. Maybe. We need to give him a chance, though. We need to give him a chance, and hopefully he takes that chance. I hope he starts on Sunday against Brentford. I hope. Nothing to lose. Why not? Seriously. We can't play him in the Europa League anyway, so might as well start him. You know? That's what I think. I wouldn't let Onana hold a newborn. That's mad. Where's that Hannibal guy? I miss his hair. Yeah, he's beautiful hair. He ended up at Burnley. We sold him, and he's been a key figure for Burnley, and they now are back into the Premier League. They got promoted, and he's been a key figure to that. So we will see Hannibal back in the Premier League. Big up to him. But yeah, that he had the heart, the hunger, but not really fully good enough to be a Man United player, unfortunately. Should Ruben play a 3-4-3 instead of a 3-5-2? Cheeto needs 2 seasons to adjust. I do think Cheeto needs 2 seasons. Yeah, maybe. I think still go with the system that we're having. You just need the personnel. I think our next is Fredrickson. What I saw from him, I did like. Amas as well. Kelleher would be a good keeper for United. I would love Kelleher. Thing is, though, let's be honest, we're not going to see Man United and Liverpool doing business. That ain't happening. So you can let that go. Hannibal would be great for Leeds or Athletic Madrid. With that hunger, maybe. I think I could see him go go overseas for sure in a few years. Liverpool won't sell Kelleher directly to their all-time rivals like that. That will never happen whatsoever. So we can take that out because that ain't happening. That's definitely not happening anytime soon or if ever. So respectfully, that ain't happening. So let that go. Let that go indeed. But keep getting the likes up, people. Once again, keep getting the likes up and do subscribe to Sunshine FC. Show her some love. ASAP. De Gea return arc, please. De Gea, by the way, speaking of De Gea, I think the final preseason game that we have will be played at Old Trafford, if I'm not mistaken, and we're gonna be facing Fiorentina. De Gea's coming home. So De Gea basically is getting his farewell game. I am happy about that we managed to do that. I think he has. I don't know if he has signed a new contract or extended contract with Fiorentina, but he's been their starting goalkeeper for a while now. It's been key. So I won't be. I'll be shocked if he doesn't stay at Fiorentina for at least another season. He's been integral. During the semifinal of the Conference League, yes, they lost to the LBTs yesterday, but only 2-1. Still is an opportunity for them to go through, and I hope they do. I really hope they do. Has United ever bought somebody directly from City? I think we have several years back, but he hardly ever played that one. I don't remember what his name was. There was one. I'm trying to think, is there others? Not anybody I can think of off the top of my head. Do let me know, anybody in chat, if I'm tripping here, but no, not any Any that I could think of, like right now. Sorry, I got something in my eye. Was Hargreaves? Was he directly from Man City? Loved him, by the way. No, because he played for us and then went to City. So he was the other way around. That's the yeah. Sancho isn't direct by anyone else. I don't know. Yeah, no. I would like to see Vitek get a chance in that. Yeah, Vitek. I hear it. I hear it. I hear it. Good day, Venetia. Sky is just on an important call. She'll be here very soon. Hargreaves was from Bayern. We sold him to City. Even Tevez. That still hurt me. I'm mad at Tevez for that, by the way. That hurt me. That hurt me. What's the drink? Everest asked. It's just sparkling soda. Like raspberry sparkling soda. I love sparkling soda. Especially the one that has a little bit of, some flavor to it. Love it, love it, love it. Or not sparkling, basically sparkling water with some flavor to it. Keep getting the comments in, by the way. Keep getting your comments. And big up, by the way, to those of you who are here for the stream. Been a lovely stream. Y'all been active. We enjoy it. Venetia says, I see us winning the EL. I think so too. I do see us winning it. It won't be easy. But for me, the way we came back against Lyon, I'm like, anything is possible with this team. Like this team just like this club, it's more like the club, like the fruit of our labors, like the ancestors, the guys, before us is putting this team on their back, Pick up Richards, one of the members for Sunshine FC. I tried a non-flavored sparkling water for the first time last year. Didn't like it. Maybe it's an acquired taste. I think so. You'll grow into it, basically. You'll grow. The Lyon game was crazy, said Venetia. Football heritage. I agree, football heritage. Big up, Everest. Big up to those of you who've been here. Big up, big up, big up. Also, let me know in the chat, where are you guys from? Where are you based? To those of you who aren't aware, I'm in Oslo, Norway. So big up, shout out here from Oslo, Norway. Let us know in the chat where you guys are based. Let us know. Let us know.
Sorry.
Hey, versus Bangladesh. No worries. I was just asking people where they're from,
Cool. Big up, Venetia. Good to see you. Big up, Venetia.
Big up.
Awesome. But yeah, that was a work call. Sorry.
No worries.
But yeah, I gotta have to head out here. So Sophia,
yep.
Let us know what you got over the weekend.
First and foremost, thank you again for another yet banging show. I appreciate it. More happy shows like this, more. So hopefully next Thursday or next Friday, obviously as the game is on Thursday, when we talk, I hope we can then be like, oh, we're in the final, yada yada yada. Yeah, hopefully we'll do that. But you guys can find me on Sophia's Football Talk. I posted an FPL video earlier, a few hours ago, and I'll be doing a live preview ahead of the Brentford Man United game tomorrow, and then a reaction straight after the game on Sunday. So that's kind of the content coming up next.
Awesome. Yes. And her channel is in the title, so click that, show her some love, and make sure you support her. Also, is Inter gonna win Serie A? What is going on? Are you guys out of it now, or?
I ain't gonna lie. I think it's peak. It's right now. Napoli, they got one game a week. They're 3 points ahead. We bottled it at F.
That's crazy.
We end up turning around. That will be epic. But I ain't gonna lie. I'm banking on the Champions League at this point.
Yeah, got you. Which is a great feat. I will be streaming pretty much all day tomorrow. We have Villa game in the morning, and then let me just get this because Bayern Munich have a game tomorrow, and it could potentially be where Harry
Yeah.
Kane gets his trophy. So
Oh, I
definitely
gotta
going to be
watch that.
tuning into that.
Yes, yes,
Um,
yes. Thank you for reminding me. Yes, I gotta definitely tune into that.
Arsenal play Bournemouth, so I'll be watching that. And then interspersed and all that is F1. So they're in Miami for the Grand Prix this weekend. So we'll be watching sprints and
Hey,
qualifying and all of that. So it's going to be a busy
come
day.
on,
So tune into both channels because we'll be streaming and posting, and it'll be a great weekend. So thank you guys
legit.
all for tuning in. Oh, and then in like 2.5 hours, I'm going to be on Northside's channel. So make sure you guys
Come
tune in
on.
to that. So I'll be on a stream with
Hey,
him weekly. So that'll be fun.
awesome.
But
Love that.
yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Let's get this win on Thursday, and then hopefully we're
DMU.
still in good spirits next Friday. Let's
Let's go.
go. God bless
Woo.
y'all. Have a good weekend. See you later.
Peace out.
Goodbye.